Hello. Good evening. Close enough to evening. It's almost 6. Anyway, okay, so I figured, well, should I do this one where I'm facing the camera or should I do this one where I'm facing down at my thing? So I went to a meeting today. I went to an AA meeting. I was under the impression that it was all women's group, but there were 2 men there, so apparently it's not all women's group. But anyway, I was very nervous to go. If you're going to know anything about me, I'm very nervous going somewhere new, especially if I have to drive there. I don't like to rely on GPS to drive somewhere. I'm kind of old fashioned. I like to know where it is before the event happens. So like, if it is at somewhere I've never been, I usually like to try to find the area first. I'll look at a map and then I'll try to associate where that's close by. I know it's kind of weird and I don't expect anybody else to be understanding of that. That's just how I am. But I didn't do that this time, so I was very nervous about going. And GPS took me to the front where all the employees work, and I didn't realize there was a back where you're supposed to park because it was at a church. And I went to open the doors, and they were locked. And one of the custodian men helped or opened the door, and he showed me to where I was supposed to go, which was very good because I had no idea where I was supposed to go. It would have been obvious, but I think the dog was itching. Anyway, it would have been obvious anyway. There was only one room that had people in it. And I got there early. I got there because my meeting started at 11:30, and I got there at like 11:25 or 20 or something like that. I wanted to be earlier, but I didn't leave the house until 11:10, which I should have left the house at 11 o'clock and given myself a half hour but it didn't take me that long to get there. I did hit a couple red lights along the way, but it was actually a pretty good meeting. I felt a little bit uncomfortable because, first of all, AA likes to promote themselves as we don't talk about a higher power, yet everything in there has Bible verses. It has, quotes that, go with their step study. And the reason why I picked AA was because they were supposed to be non-God affiliated. Yet everything in there, it's like, why can't you word it, or why can't I find a group that doesn't rely on using Bible verses I don't need God in my life to be a sober person. I don't understand any of why that's written like that. How do you promote yourself as being I guess when I do mention it, they're like, oh, your whatever your higher power is. Okay, phrasing higher power like that, it bothers me. It's like I'm expected to have something that I consider of more worth than me. That's not what atheism is. That's agnostic. Anyway, not getting into the whole religion thing. So anyway, it just was surprising to me that their steps, they all have God written in all their steps for the step study, or for the 12 steps. And then they have tradition 1 through 12 as well. I don't know what any of that stuff means. So after the meeting, I went and I was like, are you guys the leaders? And they're like, we don't have leaders. Because, I'm used to Celebrate Recovery, where they have leaders you can go to and speak to about what the program is supposed to be like. Anyway, and they're like, no. And I'm like, can I borrow one of them books so I can read and, learn about what some of those things are? No, but you can go down to our other place, the buildings. You can go down to the main AA building, which is a different place. It's where I went for my first AA meeting a couple weeks ago with a friend of mine. She duped me into going. She said it was for her meeting, and I thought she was taking me to the one she goes to. Nope. She was taking me to Alcoholics Anonymous, which didn't bother me, but I don't like being deceived. So anyway, I was a little bit put off that they wouldn't allow me to borrow one of the books. I didn't understand that. I don't understand if somebody's reaching out to you and asking to read about something, you should just give them one. I don't understand. So anyway, and then they made us read out of those books out loud, read paragraphs like you had to in school. Oh my God, that freaked me out so much. You don't know this about me because I don't do it at all on my channel, but I am not a very fast or very good reader when I have to read out loud. I don't have a problem reading silently, but when you add the aspect of reading out loud, my whole just train of thought just kind of goes, because I have ADD, and there are times when my brain just doesn't want to work on multiple things, unless it's like, I don't know, crafting things I don't have a problem with, or being a mom, listening to stuff in the background. Like when my kids were being real quiet, I knew that I had to go sneak up on them and make sure they weren't doing anything bad. But anyway, so this video is going on a little longer than I expected. Oh, and this is the new outfit that I got. You can't see the rest of it, but it's a long shirt. Kind of looks like it's got a dress part, and then I wore leggings with it. But anyway, I kind of like this. And, I got a compliment at the meeting. One of the older gentlemen there, he walks over and he's like, "You have such long, beautiful black hair." And I was like, "Aw, thanks." Nobody ever compliments my hair. It used to be the thing that I used to be, I still kind of am. I'm very proud of my hair. I kind of baby it, but I don't do so much anymore. I used to put like the oil in it every couple days to make it really shiny. But now that I've gotten older, it's thinner, and I feel embarrassed by my hair when I have it down because it's thinner right here. I don't know. Ever since I started perimenopause, my hair is a lot thinner, but that doesn't mean I don't like hearing compliments about it. I don't know. But anyway, I did have a fun time, and I didn't know it was their chip night, because I'm used to chip night being, or chip day, or chip whatever, being done on the first of whatever day, their meeting is. So, here's what I got. Let's see if I can try not to shine it so you can actually read it without shining it like that. I don't know. That's just going to have to be good. And then I can't read this yet. I have to go get my magnifying glass because I've got really bad eyes. So, I have to read this later. Anyway, it goes with this one's my Celebrate Recovery one. Oh, you can't see it. My Celebrate Recovery 18-month one. And look at that. They're the same size. So I got 18 months for sober from alcohol. And then I got my 2-year. There we go. 2 years. So I was like, yay! So yeah, there's just a couple things I just don't like, but I have it now set on my phone, because if I don't put it in my calendar, it usually doesn't get done. So I put it in my calendar to go every Thursday, and I did have one person say that she wished that I would come again, and It was a good group. I liked it. The group was good. Like I said, the only part that freaks me out, which I can pass if I want. If I just say I don't want to read out loud anymore, they won't force me to do so. And at this time, first time I was like, I might as well just try. I don't think I'm going to do the reading anymore. It took me, I'd say, a good 5 minutes to read a paragraph this big. So anyway, I just figured I would show my I can brag about it. Actually, I feel guilty because I shouldn't get this until the 18th, but generally how it goes is if you're within that month. So, yay! I'm very happy about it. So, all right, I just wanted to talk about my chip and talk about my group and yeah, so okay, all right, you have a great rest of your night. I might do another painted paper for paper beads, but I don't have a yardstick anymore, so I'm on the hunt for a good yardstick that doesn't slip on my, so I'm looking for a non-slip yardstick. If you have any suggestions of a brand, let me know. Okay, all right, you have a great rest of your afternoon, evening, or whatever you're watching this. Okay, bye.